Hello there. Welcome to the channel. In this video, we provide a quick economic profile of Kenya, the largest economy in East Africa and sixth largest economy in Africa. The Republic of Kenya, whose capital is Nairobi, boasts a population of about 52.4 million people. Kenya is a democratic republic with William Ruto as the fifth and current president. Having recently attained a gross domestic product of more than $100 billion, Kenya is no longer in the low-income category and has instead risen to a lower middle-income country. According to the IMF, as of April 2024, Kenya's GDP stood at $104 billion, representing an average annual growth rate of 5%. Comparatively, this economic growth rate is higher than that of the US and China. The GDP per capita was $1,980, while the inflation rate was at 6.6. Kenya's public debt is, however, relatively high, standing at 73% of the GDP. The Kenyan shilling is the official currency of the country, adopted from the British colonial era. As of the 19th of October 2024, $1 exchanged for 129 Kenyan shillings. Kenya is primarily a service and agricultural economy. In particular, services contribute to 55% of the country's GDP. These include services such as finance, insurance, tourism, and hospitality. Agriculture, such as tea, coffee, and maize farming, contribute to 21% of the GDP. Meanwhile, industry and manufacturing contribute to 26% of the GDP. Evidently, the service sector fuels Kenya's economic growth, while agriculture, industry, and manufacturing also contribute significantly. Notably, the country recorded over 1.95 million tourist visits in 2023, significantly boosting the service sector. This outcome is attributable to the country's massive tourism sector, which boasts of world-renowned attractions such as the Masai Mara and Tsavo game reserves, and the coastal beaches of Mombasa and Malindi, among others. Agriculturally, Kenya is the world's third largest tea producer, the 17th largest coffee producer, the fourth largest cut flowers producer, and the world's leading natural pyrethrum producer. According to the State Department of Mining, Kenya's mining industry is mainly artisanal and small-scale. The country has significant deposits of non-metallic minerals such as limestone, soda ash, fluorspar, and salt. The country also has some potential for gold production. Regarding importation, Kenya mainly imports fuel, including gasoline and kerosene, medications such as antimalarial, food items including wheat and rice, and machinery such as automotives. These imports significantly impact the trade balance, leading to a deficit of $9.39 billion as of 2023, a 10% decline from the previous year. This deficit means that Kenya still imports much more products and services than it exports. However, the country is slowly closing this gap. The manufacturing sector is significantly helping in that regard. The key subsector in Kenya's manufacturing industry is food and beverage, which encompasses confectionaries, dairy products such as milk and butter, and alcoholic beverages such as beer. Textile is also a significant subsector, which is helping to produce locally made clothing and reduce the dependence on imports. The automotive subsector, mainly vehicle assemblies, is also crucial in reducing the value of imports and ultimately reduce the negative trade balance. President Ruto's government is taking significant steps in improving the manufacturing sector. In the 2023 to 2024 budget, the government allocated $158 million to manufacturing and industrialization. Moreover, the country's Strategic Vision 2030 plan and the Big Four agenda both prioritize measures and policies to improve the sector. Key interventions include production subsidies, particularly in the agricultural-related manufacturing, and setting up of specialized economic zones to encourage investment. In summary, Kenya is a relatively new lower middle-income economy that is still growing. Although the country is outperforming its neighbors and competing favorably in the agricultural and service sectors, there remains much room for improvement in local production to address the negative trade balance. Nonetheless, the deliberate efforts by the government to deal with this issue provides a promising outlook for the country. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel to get more of these analyses. Feel free to comment on which country's profile you would like us to do next.